Hey everybody, it's Matt. I'm gonna try something new today. We're gonna try a solo actual play. Never done this before. Been working on setting it up for a while, and I'm ready to dive in. We're gonna play a game in the cyborg world setting and rules. If you're not familiar, Cyborg is a cyberpunk RPG built on top of MÖRK BORG, a very popular sort of indie fantasy, dark world-ending fantasy game. We're going to use Alchemy to manage the game and display the game. Alchemy is a kind of new but not super new VTT that I really like a lot because it's pretty streamlined. We use Foundry quite a bit on the channel, which is great, but it's super crunchy and programmery, and I'm more of a simple, just tell me what button to push kind of guy, and Alchemy is more of that vibe. So I've been setting it up in Alchemy for a while now, and I think we're finally ready to try it out. When I need an Oracle sort of device to figure out where the story's going, we're going to use one I got on itch.io from a user called, I think his name is Maui, MA8UI. Purchased that on there. It's pretty cool and definitely embraces the cyborg vibe. Yeah, let's just get into it and see where it goes. Here we go. We're in Alchemy. I've got my little cyborg world for sticks and stones set up. Just a quick mention, Cyborg is a very stripped down, very simple D20 based game. You have like a difficulty number. You roll a 20-sided, add or subtract a modifier from the appropriate attribute. Try to beat that number. 20s are criticals, and 1s are fumbles. Most everything else is simply like, damage just does a dice number. There's not a ton. It's really more about atmosphere and rolling on tables for options, and very simple. And if I kind of forget some little thing, just bear with me. I've never played this game before. I've only read it. But it's really simple, and I feel like if I do sort of mess something up, that's not really that big a deal. I mean, we are talking about a punk ethic here. The characters are made intentionally. It's spelled out in the rules to oppose the system, oppose the man, fight back, disrupt things. I think at best you're playing a very selfish character, or a revolutionary type character. You're not really playing people who want to move up in the system. So you're outcasts or punks. So let's talk about the world a little bit. So I'm just going to switch scenes for us here real quick. Here we go. Tactical so I can move this map around. So this is the world, the city of CY. It's a crazy map. Some people love the MÖRK BORG cyborg graphic aesthetic. Some people hate it. I bounce in between. When I want to read the rules, I kind of hate it a little bit, but when I want to just get the feel, it's tremendous. Fortunately, the rules are almost completely stripped down to a couple pages at the back of the book, and that's what I'll mostly be using for the game. So here's Psy. So let's zoom in. Here's our characters down here, and I'm going to talk about them here in just a sec. But the red is mostly waterways. Psy is a bunch of islands kind of clustered together and overrun with sprawl, except for the Go. The Go, that's how I'm pronouncing it, G0, for ground zero, but I'm going to call it the Go. Um, Ground Zero or Go is where a calamity occurred. An asteroid hit the Earth, or there was a nuke that went off. It's kind of dealer's choice, and perhaps it's even lost in time to what happened because we've been just in this stagnant cyberpunk world for a while. It is surrounded by walls and fortifications covered in turrets. You're not supposed to go in. People do for tech, and evil death cults hide in there, and mutants wander the wasteland that it is. Next, you've got these purple areas. These are slums. So this is where the average sad citizen dwells in some, ridiculous hive building, or, rundown coffin slums, that sort of thing. And you move out from there and you have these central districts, right? South Central, North Central. These are the corpo districts. These are where corporation headquarters are. It's where all your low to mid-level corps gather and work and go to restaurants and clubs, and maybe there's where their apartments are. These little yellow hashed areas are industrial zones. Let's see here. A bunch of those down south. And it's interspersed throughout. You've got the ports. So this is literally spaceports, airports, ocean ports. A lot of hotels, a lot of clubs, a lot of illegal goods trading going on. They literally say in the book that, people go to the ports, but no one ever gets out of the city. Which just sort of shines the doom aspect of the cyborg world. These light shaded areas like Galgbacken, remember, I think this was made by Swedish people, so you're going to get a lot of sort of Swedish sounding names. And the edges up here, these are havens. These are the hills. These are where the rich folk live. So they're huge palatial fortified castles and, estates, and they are heavily patrolled by heavily armed private security and bots and you name it. So this is kind of the world we're entering into. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, obviously they have thrown a ton of names out there. Very few of them are spelled out in the game. They're kind of just there to inspire you. It's very old school in that way. It's like, okay, figure out what's going on here, or roll on a chart kind of thing, which I think feeds the solo thing quite a bit. Our characters are going to be starting in the slums of Laketon. So let's talk about our characters. So we're using two characters. I made two, one with the generic character building system in the rulebook, and one with a specific archetype. They provide both options in the game. So our main character, for lack of a better term, is Nikki STIKKS. Let's go and look at her. Let's look at her character sheet. All right, so this is Nikki, but she prefers to be called STIKKS. Nikki is tall, thin, dressed stylishly punk with a massive fuchsia mohawk. She carries her cyber deck everywhere and with a machete on her hip. So she does have a class. I use the class system to make her. She is a decker, so think netrunner, cyber hacker, slicer, whatever you want to call them. You roll up some different things about the character. She has an obsession. She was told her father was a big corpo scientist that had to run, and that's why she was left at the Brattery. So both our characters, Sticks and Stones, were raised in this corporate-run Brattery. Think a horrible industrial orphanage in the slums, with the corporate intent to get these people up to an acceptable age, evaluate their capabilities, and force them into sort of forced labor situations at some level in the corporation. But our characters, Sticks and Stone, they broke out. They ran for it. When at a young age, they just took off into the slums and never looked back. So that's her deal. I will say that the story about her father, I've already kind of decided is probably a story that a lot of kids at the Brattery get told, so it may not even be true. We will discover that later on. She does have a truth. Because of her hacking skills, she's acquired a truth, and that is that rogue AI are flocking to Psi, more so than anywhere else in the world, which we know nothing about the rest of the world, so that's cool. She has apps. For example, she has one called Copy Swappy, which for 1 die 10 rounds, all tech will mistake you for another person within 30 meters and vice versa. So there's like a knowledge roll that she has to make to use her app. She also has Path Mapper, uses nearby sensors, cameras, and public information to create a detailed 3D map of the surrounding. So that could come in very handy in areas she's not familiar with. Wayne Hammer app, she can take control of nearby devices, and it's mundane devices, so she can open or close unlocked doors, trigger alarms and such, so that also could come in handy. So stat-wise, you see here in the middle, her stats. She's not strong, she's not agile, she does have a good presence, she's not tough, and she is smart, which presence and smarts, I think for a decker, are probably top attributes, so I'm totally okay with that. She has 4 hit points. Nah, not a lot. She has no money. Characters come with a built-in debt. She owes $38,000 to an unknown benefactor, signing messages to her with YN. So maybe, I don't think in this particular mission, but maybe in future runs we'll build on that and discover something. But she owes 38,000 credits. She has glitches down here at the bottom. It's this kind of a fate point meta currency, however you want to look at it. She has 1 right now. So a glitch can be used to save your neck, basically. Get that on my rules. Incidentally, I have the rules on a tablet here. I'm going to try not to flash too much of this up on the screen. I feel like, punks support punks, right? So if this game sounds cool, you should buy it. I'm also using Oracle that I got on itch.io from a fella named, I think his name should be pronounced Maui, but it's MA8UI. There's links in the description for all this stuff. But that's the Oracle I'll be drawing on. And that one I will pull up a few pages from as we go, just to determine, to use the Oracle, basically. So, but glitches. So she has a die 2 you'll see there in glitches. That is basically how she can regenerate 1 or 2 glitches. And it happens each morning if they have no glitches. So you can spend a glitch to deal maximum damage, re-roll a dice, lower damage taken by dice 6, neutralize a crit or a fumble, lower one test difficulty rating by 4 before rolling. So these are, sort of get out of jail cards, which could be really important. She's only got 4 hit points. And if you look at her weapons, machete, like she has, does a die 6. So she could get killed in 1 hit. So let's talk about that. She carries a machete and a crowbar. Crowbar does a d4, machete does a d6. I'm looking forward to that crowbar being what she uses when the hacking isn't working. She does wear stylish armor style guard. So to me, I think that's just synthetic material woven into her cyber outfit, her cyber fashion, that gives her a little bit of armor. In this case, it gives her a die 2 worth of armor, so that'll deduct from damage coming in. She has some shiny crowbar, like we said, a cyber deck, which can hold up to 6 apps, and she has an old school motorcycle. So I see her and Stone riding that motorcycle around a lot. That is basically it for her. I guess you could think of her as the protagonist, the de facto leader of this duo. And I will explain why when I show you Stone. Alright, so let's look at Stone. So here we have Stone. All the art here is by Jeremy, the master behind the scenes on the Upturned Table channel, by the way. Well, that's not true. All the character art is. I bought a lot of token art and map art, but he does my character art, which is awesome. So this is Stone. Stone is very short with a broad build. She dresses new goth and has a bobbed haircut. She's got a shotgun in her hand and grenades on her jacket. So I did her character creation with their generic, just whatever you want character creation method. So she doesn't have a class per se. I'm calling her Muscle, custom character. She does have an obsession. Her obsession is STIKKS. Stone is in love with STIKKS and will do anything to protect her. And I think this is very much a STIKKS loves her back, but not that way. Sorry, Stone. But, Stone, hope springs eternal, right, Stone? They grew up together in the Brattery. They busted out of the Brattery together, and they're doing jobs together. So Stone is strong. She is agile. She has no presence, no toughness, and not very smart. So she's got 1 more hit point than STIKKS at 5. She owes 11,000 to a death cult run by a board member from a powerful corp. We will see in the setup for this that death cult might be relevant. So we'll see. She has 2 glitches to start, which is awesome. She carries, like I said, a grenade, or 2 grenades. Grenades do a die 6 to up to 3 targets. D3 targets. So basically, throw it in a room, hope you roll high on the D3 and do some damage. Her shotgun does a D8, which is really good, actually. And she is wearing a heavy-duty jacket, which gives her D4 armor, which is pretty nice armor. So, yes, she's the tank, but she's also the muscle. She's got the bigger gun, she's got grenades, and she's got a little healing option. She ended up with a first aid kit with 2 uses that heal a D6, and red juice, which is a stim drug, heal drug, which heals a D10. So, because this is a small group, just the 2 of them, and we don't really know where it's all gonna go, it's really handy that you have some heals. Because I feel like we're going to need it. Okay, so that's Stone. I feel like she's not the protagonist. She's the eternal companion, right? She's STIKKS' safety valve, best bud. I don't think she's going to be a woman of many words. STIKKS is probably going to take the lead most of the time with her good presence and what have you. But obviously her deeds are what matters. Her actions are going to be formidable. Oh, also, I didn't mention that you see this fumble number down here. That can change. So her fumble is 1. So is STIKKS. So only on a roll of a 1 would she fumble. Alright, so that's our characters. Just get to the rules, cheat sheets here. So I did a little setup before this all started up. just to kind of have a direction for how this is going to go. So I consulted tables in the cyborg rules and took some inspiration from them. I didn't really adhere to them super strictly, but I did use them for inspiration. So let's go to the meeting place for our inception here, our inception point. And you'll see I have a ton of scenes. I loaded in a bunch of generic battle mats that I bought some on itch.io, and I bought some on DriveThruRPG, and kind of cropped them and tried to make them useful. And there's no, outside of this next one I'm going to load, there's no logic to them. They are there when we need a battle mat scene type of situation. There it is. Why is it go there? Come on. So when we're in the game playing, going from location to location, and we kind of figure out, okay, well, we're in a nightclub. We need a nightclub. I have some scenes that should be appropriate. Sometimes we're going to fudge it, right? We're just going to use a map that's the closest to what we want, because I can't infinitely load battle mats. So hopefully that works. So let's go here. So this is the noodle bar of Sticks and Stone's patron. Tactical here. Inside the noodle bar. We don't need this map, I don't think, for combat, but what the heck, we'll show it this way. So, their patron is a fixer / the owner of the noodle shop named Ruddy Rudy. There's Ruddy Rudy. Chain smoking old guy with a cyber eye. He's their fixer. He's the one giving them their little dirty jobs to get money to pay their debt, which buys Sticks time to try to figure out information about her father. Right? And today... Oh, wait, let me stop right there. We need to start with a headline. So, Cyborg has a headline system. I think in MÖRK BORG it was like a evil calendar kind of thing, where the game master rolls on a chart, they roll a die, and if they get like a 1, they have a new headline, which describes something impacting the city, impacting Psy. I've decided to start with 1, not roll to see if I have one, just to kind of give us a little more inspiration for what's going on right now. And the one I got is this: the Ports District Stalker Unmasked. An exclusive sit-down interview with Psy in the morning to discuss their methods. The serial killer is someone the PCs know or have worked with. So, there is a serial killer in the Ports District, and I've decided that it is someone that Sticks and Stone grew up with, who also busted out and went rogue and got involved in some really bad mil-sec, experiments, and he got cybered out, and he's gone full rage junkie cyber psycho. So his name is Mockle. And Sticks and Stone know him from their past, so they don't know him as a crazy cyber raging maniac. But now you'll see that this impacts what's going to happen in this mission potentially. So let's go into this. So Ruddy Rudy has brought in Stick and Stone because he's got a job, and he introduces them to a journalist who goes by Mr. Cheems. So here's Mr. Cheems, sort of the world-weary, I was cool once, but I've seen too much, rag sheet writing journalist who who's got a special requirement. So he's trying to find a kidnapped scientist who was taken by crazy death cultists. His leads have told him that he's probably being held somewhere in the factory district, in the industrial districts of the ports. He doesn't know why. He doesn't know exactly where. And he's offering his last bit of scratch to the duo, Sticks and Stone, to go and find him. And if they can extract him, bring him back to Mr. Cheems for a interview and expose, he will reward them handsomely. So let's talk about how this is going to work. We'll go back to our scenes. Let's go to the city. So, our characters are in the noodle shop in the slums of Laketon, which you'll see is right across the water from the Go, Ground Zero. Over here to the west is Central, Corptown, South Central, and then North Central. Across the Go are the ports. He has indicated that it's in the industrial section. That is right here. So sort of South Central ports area. Cradled, surrounded by a river on two sides. Not too far from the actual seaport of the ports. So this is what we know. We don't really know anything else. He has no other leads. But the job is get in there, find him, bring him back alive, and get paid. So let's see what happens with that. I'm going to, generally speaking, I'm going to use this oracle to answer my questions. Oops. You don't need to see my screen. So, if I need a sort of yes-no question answered, I can roll a d12. If I think it's, depending on how likely it is the number I need for a yes, basically. So if I think it's possible, it's a 6. Almost certain, a 2. Almost impossible, a 12. So throughout this, we're going to have potential for encounters, potential for story threads to get tied in. I think that the headline about Mockle, right, our cyber psycho from the Brattery, for him to be involved will be almost impossible outside of the ports because we know he's a serial killer. And then just as things go, I'll probably think it's very unlikely or unlikely he's involved. Eventually we may run into Mockle. The other part of this would be what are the likelihood of us finding the right person and it being connected, and we'll work through that using the oracle. The other thing I'm going to probably refer to on occasion, there's some other tools in here like buildings and gear. I'm not probably going to use their bad guy generator here because I've loaded a bunch from the game in as tokens. But there is this theme matrix. So I think as I move through the different zones of the map, city map, I will maybe be checking to see if we have an encounter. And if I do, I'll probably use this theme matrix to kind of get inspiration for that. There are other rules in this oracle that are pretty cool, but for the most part, I think I'm going to try to stick to the regular cyborg rules most of the time. So here we are. We're at the noodle shop. We've just received our mission. I think Ruddy Rudy is probably really excited that we finally got a decent, legit job, maybe. You know, we're not just knocking over other noodle stands or anything silly like that. So we're getting a lot of encouragement from Ruddy Rudy. You guys, you got to take this one. You know, you got this debt on your, and I'm only taking 10%. You got to do this. So, you know, how can they say no? They gotta have a plan, right? So our intrepid duo will leave the noodle shop, hop on the STIKKS' motorcycle, and start making their way around the go and to the ports. Now, the shorter way, it would seem like, is we make our way through the Laketon slums, through these barnyard fields, which is more slums, and then straight up into the sort of seaport area of ports. Obviously, those are slums, so I feel like they're going to have some danger built in. The other alternative would be to make it through the comparatively nicer South Central District, hop a ferry, North Central District, across to the ports and down across the little river running through the ports. I think that brings a different kind of threat because we are kids from the slums, we are ne'er-do-well troublemaker punks, and these are fairly dense, secure areas. I feel like for this first mission, they're going to probably go with what they know. And what they know is Hard Knockville. They know the slums. So we're talking about heading out from the noodle shop to hop on a ferry bus across the barnyard fields, skirting the go. So our very first thing I think I want to do is, do we have any kind of encounter traveling across Laketon to get on the ferry bus? So let's try. I think it is unlikely because they know the route of Laketon. They know Laketon. So we're going to roll D12. And do they have an encounter in Laketon? Will be at 8+. So we'll get our little die roller going here. D12. Roll that over here. A 10! Okay, so they did have an encounter in Laketon. But that's okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad. We're going to use the Oracle to kind of theme that out. Oops, not in my calendar. Okay, so let's go down to our theme. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different charts to roll on. I'm going to roll D6. Bam. Chart 4. And then we're going to roll 3 times on that chart, 1 for each column. So let's just do that right now. 2, 3. 2, 1, 2. Okay. Just go back. Chart 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is wet. Firearms, hurt. Wet, firearms, hurt. So something in the water, right? Because we have all these canals and rivers moving around. Firearms, hurt. So I think we've come upon a wounded fella who probably was in a firefight. And he's clinging onto the canal. Okay. Do we help him? Right? Most Psy citizens would just keep on walking. But we're punks. So we're going to go in and say, hey, Chumba, what what's your story? You don't look so good. So I'm going to ask the Oracle, is this guy beneficial to sticks and stone? Okay, it's a rough world out there. And this is just some rando that got shot. I lost my place. Don't scan all these pages. Go and buy this product. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna stick with unlikely. I don't want to go crazy unlikely or crazy likely. We're in the slums, but there are slums, so I'm gonna go just unlikely. So we're gonna roll that d12, 8 plus. He is not. Ooh, okay. So now the question is, do we help him? You know what I think? I think Sticks suggests they use a first aid kit, but they want money, because that is, everything is quid pro quo in this universe. So she's there on the side of this canal. He's like laying on the side of the canal bleeding out. Stone has a first aid kit. I think they're going to offer to administer the first aid. I'm going to check the book really quick to get a sense of the price on that. So taxi service is 5, and they got a couple. They've got a ferry to take, so I think they're going to ask for 10. So we're going to go ahead and have Stick make a presence roll to this poor wounded guy. Now I'm going to lower the difficulty because he is in desperate need of help. So a typical roll is a 12. I feel like this should be easy, which would be a 10. Right? Okay, so Sticks has a presence of 2. Right? So that would be sorry. So we're just doing a roll with +2. I will cut off some of the, oh, here we go. They're okay. +2 roll. Go. 19. Okay, she talked him into it. So Sticks has got 10 credits on her now. I'm just going to mark that on my pad. Not edit the character right now. Should be noted that because I'm running this solo, Alchemy's not specifically designed for that. So everyone I built is an NPC, even our main characters. So getting in there and kind of editing their stuff is not the greatest. Well, I guess I can put it under equipment. All right. But this is all MÖRK BORG equipment. So just ignore all of that, because I had to build this on a MÖRK BORG module in Alchemy. There isn't a cyborg module, but it's such a similar system and aesthetic. I figured, what the hell. So this is a custom item. We're just going to call it credits. Let's see. How do you quantity? Okay, so I'm gonna edit that. Still learning, people. Still learning. Description, actions, and all of the actions. equipment. Ah, there it is. 10 credits. All right. She does not have any silver. Just ignore that. So she's made 10 credits, but she has cost Stone a first aid kit. I hope that does not come back to bite us in the future. So first aid kit is now 1 use. Boom. All right, so we've helped this poor fella. We've made 10 credits. We're already making money on this mission. We get over here. We need to taxi ferry across the big sea here into the barnyard, which costs us $5. 5 credits. So I'm already spending our money. So let's just go in here and edit this quantity to 5. Oh, great. We cross the ferry into the Barnyard Fields, which is just another slum. So I feel like a couple of cyberpunk operators like them have probably been to all the nearby slums. So again, it's a pretty should be a pretty familiar area. And I think they will, once they get back on STIKKS' bike, deliberately avoid going near the water by the doe. So let's get to our oracle. Are we going to have any kind of encounters in the Barnyard Fields before we get to actual ports? I'm going to go possibly on this one. 6 plus on the die 12. No. Okay. So we have proceeded across these ridiculous bridges. I picture them as literally there was a big bridge and people have just built their tenements, their huts and their slum rows along the sides of this thing, on top of it, probably hanging out over the water on metal frames. And they just fortunately got through all of that, and they're into the ports. So they know that they need to get into this factory district, industrial district in the ports, and start looking around. But I think they want to do a little information digging here. You'll recall that Mr. Cheems, our journo patron, said that the scientist was kidnapped by cultists, death cultists, and taken to the factory district. So I think the first thing they're going to do is find a little cafe, a little cyber cafe, and STIKKS is going to get her deck out and start doing a little research and asking questions of people around, and to see if she can get any information on death cults in this area, this part of the ports, and specifically in the industrial zone that they're headed to. So let's get back to our oracle. Oh, actually, first we'll make a knowledge roll, right? So STIKKS has a +2 in knowledge, and so she's got to get a 12 or better. So let's do that. So actually roll +2. Barrel. That's too bad. So completely in the dark, no leads at all. So I think then we need to just stumble around. There needs to be a cost, right? So I think they run into an encounter doing this, because she's got a dead end searching with her cyber deck. She's probably just literally walking around asking people about a death cult, which probably freaks people out. So I think they definitely have an encounter. But I want to get a sort of a theme for that encounter. And I kind of want to know if it skews, because she's asking questions, if it skews to being related to the death cult. And also, now that we're in the ports, could it be related to Mokkel? So what I think I'm going to do is say, I'm going to roll a d12, and looking at the chart, I think 8+ is related to the death cults, and if I hit a 12, it is related to Mokkel. Alright, so let's get that 12 going here. 10. So it is related to the death cults and not related to Mokkel. So let's theme that out. So we got 4 charts. So we're going to roll d6 to figure out what chart, and then 3d6 to use the columns on that chart. Let's just do that real quick. So first our d6. Chart 6, and then let's do a 3d6. 424. A lot of repeats on there. Okay. So chart 6 down here at the bottom. 4. Shitty cult. Wow. It's almost like it knew. Eat, drink. Alright. I think they went into a calf and grabbed a little Zoom juice and started asking questions and drew some unnecessary attention. And I think some low-level death cult folks are on to them, and trouble ensues. So, don't really have a cafe. I don't think. Let's see what we got. We got slum block. Almost. It is a slum. Okay. Yeah, so I think they follow them out of the... Well, we're in the ports. We're not in the slums right now. So out into the streets to confront them. Let's do that. All right, here we are in the street. It's raining because any good cyberpunk world is raining like half the time at least, right? So there's a little restaurant up here. Let's go to our tactical. Okay, this looks more like their style over here. So get our tokens down. So they've just exited here, and let's get some cultists going here. I think these are entry level cultists. These are just guys because they're not in the industrial zone, so they're just punk cultists, for lack of a better term. Let's see. Got the super cultists. I don't want the super cultists. Alright, I think we're going to call them nano goons. So they're like the low-level, street-level affiliates of the cult who operate their own gang, right? And we're going to do 3 of them because if you're not outnumbered, you're not probably doing it right. So we've just exited. STIKKS is like, sod it. We'll just go into the industrial zone and I'll plug in and we'll look around and try to figure something out. Question is, do they notice these gangers come out after them? Because if they don't, they're automatically going to, lose initiative on the first round. So I'm going to make that a presence roll. It's a +2 for STIKKS and a 0 for stone. So let's start with STIKKS. +2 roll, and we're looking for a 12 plus. She freaking nailed it. She's on to these chooms, these stupid cult gangers. So they come out, kind of trying to start to stock up, but, they're clumsy idiot gangers. Sticks is onto him, spins around, pulls out her machete. Stone's like, oh no, draws her shotgun. We are on to them. So we're going to do an initiative. Chart up here. So in this initiative, you just roll dice 6, and 1 to 3, the enemies act first. 4 to 6, PCs act first. You can do an agility based one. There's like an optional thing for that. We're not going to do that. So we're just going to roll dice 6, hoping we get a 4 to 6. We did. All right. So Stick and Stone and these gangers, nano goons, engage. So we turn on initiative. Don't really need initiative to track this, right? Yeah, we're not going to use that unnecessary, cumbersome system for our little solo thing. Okay. I don't know why my nano goons disappeared. There we go. Okay, so let's look at them really quick, right? So, nano-ridden gang goon. So they have 4 hit points, a morale of 7, no armor. It says silver, but no money. They have Nanomancer. Oh, so they are Nanomancers. They have a crawling carapace. So they can do a nano where die 4 targets gain minus die 6 armor for 4 rounds. So they actually send out little nanobot swarms that will reduce people's armor. Any crit attack, they are infested as well. Any crit attack against a nanogoon triggers a random infestation. So if we hit a crit on them, we're going to roll on an infestation chart and bad things could happen. We can also park these guys out because they're ridden with this corrupting nanotech that was probably bought on the black market or emerged from the Go. So we can strip them if we win this fight, and that'll be potentially money for later on. 3 of these guys with 4 hit points is, yeah, it's a little rough. I hope I haven't got us killed in the first major combat encounter. But let's try it out. They don't use tactical movement in Cyborg, right? So it's kind of room-based. You can move from one room to another. So this is, think, really broad zone terminology. So for all intents and purposes, we are in a zone with these fellows right now. I think because there are 3 of them and they are kind of scary now that I'm looking at their stats, Stone is going to go ahead and use one of her grenades, like right now. No messing around. Right, so we are I think we're looking at an agility roll to toss a grenade over there. So it's a difficulty of 12. She has a +2 agility. So let's go to Stone. Play her. Tracker. Oh, not tracker. Excuse me. Roll +2. Looking for a 12 or higher. 14. Boom. So we know the grenade does a die 6 to a die 3 target, so we need to roll a die 3. For some reason, they don't have a die 3 on here, so we'll just take a die 6 and have it. 3 is a 2, so we got 2 of them. So we'll say she lobbed it over in this area and grouped these 2 guys for a d6. Please be high. 5. Wiped them out. Kapow. So a big explosion outside the little calf. Stone chucked her first grenade. Which I need to modify Sorry, I will probably reconfigure how I'm tracking equipment and stuff next time around. So she had 2, which I forgot to note on here. She has 1 now. Normal ammo, you make an ammo roll after combat to see if you lost your ammo. I feel like grenades are consumables. You need to lose them 1 for 1. So she got 1 grenade left. There's 1 freaking goon left. No critical, so we didn't have to worry about his crazy nano-infestation going off. So that leaves Sticks. Sticks is not a shooter. She don't do guns, really. She prefers to sit on her cyber deck, and if she has to kill some goon, it's going to be up close and personal. So she just charges up and attacks him with her machete. Her machete would be strength-based. So she doesn't have anything for strength, so it's just a straight D20 roll. And she needs a 12 or higher. Please. Oh my god, she got it. Okay. So that is a solid but not critical hit. And again, I could be using glitches right now, but this is the first encounter. I don't want to blow our glitches already. Alright, so she's doing a D6 to this goon. Come on. 2. Okay, so our goon. Trackers. He's lost 2 hit points. And now his 2/3 of his group are dead, and he's just been hit by a machete by a fuchsia mohawked wild person. So I feel like he needs to make a morale roll. His morale is 7. And the way morale works is we roll a 2 dice 6. If we roll over their morale, we roll this for an effect. So let's roll 2d6, hoping to get over 7. No, he's solid. He's such a nano-infested maniac. He's not going to budge. So it's his turn to return fire. I feel like it's a little late for the nano swarm thing. If he still had his buddies around, sure. Let's degrade their armor while we kill them. But he's literally watched 2 of them explode from a grenade from stone, and now Nikki is on him, slicing at him with a machete. So he's just gonna have to return the favor. So he again has no armor, has armor. So he's just got some kind of melee weapon. No fuss, no muss. We'll say it's comparable to Sticks. So maybe it's like a big pipe. So he just goes at her with a big pipe, right? She has to defend, right? This is a player-facing game where you don't normally do rolls for attacks from them, the enemy. You just do defense rolls, which this would be an agility difficulty 12. She has no agility mod, so just straight Sticks needs a 12 or better. Sticks. Oh! Okay, so he's going to do a d6 damage. Let's roll that. That is 2 damage. She does have a d2 worth of armor. So right now there's 2, so her armor might stop this. Let's see. It doesn't. She takes 1 point of damage. Let's get in there and play her. Hit points drop by 1. Boom. So, next round. Let's roll a d6. 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 4 to 6. Yeah, the good guys go again. I think Sticks being right in his face with her machete will press the advantage. Stone will probably circle around. So we are looking for a 12 better with the machete attack. A hit. 6 damage. Die 6 for damage. 3 more damage. I believe that takes him out. It does. Alright. Removed. Chumba's dead all over the road. Okay, so I am going to quickly notate. Well, let's roll a dice 6. Double check these guys, what that value was again. We strip them. We're going to take some time to strip them. 1 to 100. So we're going to roll a dice 6. Okay. 1d6. Alright, so I'm going to say at a future time they can turn in these guys for 100 each, their parts, for 300 credits. Right? So let's go back to Nikki. Equipment, credits. Let's add. Again, this is all MÖRK BORG stuff. That's why it doesn't make any sense. So we're going to do 300 credits in nano goon parts. We'll call it equipment. We'll save that for right now so we remember that we had it. I want to know, can they glean any information from these dead gangers or the passers-by or people that came out of the restaurant and watched us kill them? Also, we're in the port, so there's a chance that there's some heat that this is going to draw. I hope not. I don't think so. Well, let's do that first. I'm going to call that a 12. If I roll a 12, we have drawn security heat. Okay. And I rolled the wrong die. Sorry. This one. Okay, we did not. So then my next question is if we can glean some information about the cult from these guys, whether it be the gear they have on, bystanders who know them, stuff like that. So is there information to be gotten from them that would help us find what we're looking for? I feel like that, because these are affiliates of the death cult proper, should probably be something that could go down. So possibly, we'll do possibly, right? D12, we need a 6 or better. All right, let's do possibly. Ooh. Yep. Okay. So, but what is it? Right? So let's get a theme. I think that's reasonable. We get a theme to figure out what kind of information it is. So again, it's a D6 and then 3D6. So let's do that. We're going to do chart number 5 and 3D6. 5, 2, 6. All right. So chart 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've already forgotten what the other roll was. 5, 2, 6. Okay. So 5 is loyal, security, take. Loyal, security, take. I think these guys robbed security around in the industrial zone that these guys are hiding out. The cult is doing their shenanigans in. Maybe even hinting at some kind of cooperation between Corp and the Death Cult. That is a thing in the in the book, the Cyborg book, there is reference to a possible NPC corporate guy who's hooked up with a death cult. So that makes sense. That's on brand. So let's say that, okay, their hideout is deep within the warrens of a factory, and it was a secured area. They stole, they are the original goons who stole a security pass to get into that area, that deep in the warrens of the factory district zone. Okay, that's cool. Can STIKKS, using her cyber deck, can she hack into the security pass and kind of divine what part of the industrial zone this place is in? I think that's very reasonable. So we're looking at a difficulty 12 with her her knowledge, +2. So let's do that. So +2 roll. Oh no, she didn't get it. Oh, that's... do I want to use my glitch right now? Let's see if the glitch will help in this situation. Oh, you're supposed to do it before rolling. Oh, you can re-roll a die. This seems like really important information. I'm going to use my glitch. Okay, so her glitch drops to 0. Not -1, 0. There we go. Why did it say 1? It should be 0. Oh, this tracker is buggy as heck. There, it's 0. Okay. I also overwrote a MÖRK BORG tracker that was called Omens, so there may be some back-end system thing there that I'm not using. But anyway, so she spent her one and only glitch for the day. But she's going to re-roll. Okay, so that's a +2. Please work. Yeah! All right, so she docks the security pass into her cyber deck, and just a whirl of fingers, readouts, eye motions on her visor, and she's pinpointing. She probably knows more about this dead security guard's goings on than anyone would care to know, but she's in there. And she figures out, okay, it's in the middle of this area in the factory zone, behind security. So I think this probably means she's got to get past the normal corporate BS, security and what have you, who has no idea there's a death cult deep inside the warrens of their factories, just to get there, right? So this is good. This is good. So she has a direction, and she has a sense of the problems ahead, right? So let's go back to our city map. Here we are. Boom. So we jarred up all the nanobot infestation on these guys to sell later because we need money, and you get money however you can. We hacked the cybersecurity card to understand what part of the industrial zone. They head into the industrial zone. They know where they're going, remember. So I think as they're heading in, we need to see, is there some kind of incidental encounter in this zone? So let's do the Oracle. Now we're getting at it, right? So I think possibly for this one, and then probably more than possibly getting deeper in. So that would be a 6+ on a D12. No, okay. So we're moving in. We're in the zone. We probably stick out a little bit. I feel like, They're passing just amazingly generic factory workers in overalls. They're probably little streets are probably lined with little street food vendors, but obviously no entertainment, or certainly no like hotels or parks or anything. You go here to work for the corp and not ask questions, right? So they're passing all these normies in their little corporate logoed overalls, just going to punch in or going to punch out, or on their little 5-minute break where they get to scamper out and slurp down some ramen at a stand. They know where they're going, right? They have this sense of the factory where the security guard worked. So that's where they're headed. Let's get some theming on that factory. So I don't even need to look at the chart yet. We're going to roll the tables. So we're going to be using table 2, and our numbers on that table are going to be 2, 4, 3. All right, so let's check it out. Table 2. Should have just cut out these 2 pages. All right, table 2 right here, 2, 4, 3. Awful bartender hack. Awful bartender hack. That theming wise, a bartender in this factory zone, after I've just described how not fun this area is a little weird. So I think it's a street vendor, right? I think it's some guy selling go-go juice and synth tails to guys who are clocking out from their 12-hour shift and heading back to their bunk in the slums. He's awful. So I think he's selling some low-grade shit, some moonshine of the cyber world, right? It probably has some kind of like random radioactive thing dropped into it to give it some weird preternatural glow. He sells it really cheap. And then it's a hack. What could that be? All right, I think it's a front. I think he's got built into his vendor stand an auto hacking device that senses devices as they pass, and anything evaluated as potentially valuable. He's got like a screen surrounded by all his bottles and oddly glowing liquids, right? And at his stand, and it'll pop up with a potential, this is a potential good one, and he just hits a little auto scripted button on the screen for an auto hack to try to steal the information from the passer device. And I think he has spotted Sticks and Stone as they pass by. They had no intention of stopping at this rot debt salesman, but they got close enough that they tripped his scanners, and I think we're going to have a little knowledge defense based on how well Sticks has set up security on her cyber deck to detect these things and thwart them. So let's do a detection roll. Again, normally I think in real world this would be presence, but it's cyber stuff, so it should be knowledge. So we're going to start with that one. We're going to do a D12 for that one, difficulty 12 for that one. If she is successful, her programs will then move to thwart the attack and will lower the difficulty, I think, if she's successful, and will raise it if she is unsuccessful. So start with that knowledge 12 roll, right? Right, so that's a +2 roll for her. You want 12 or better. Come on. Oh, she freaking critical! Yes! So we're going to drop it 2 levels on the defense. That would make it a routine roll. So this guy's amateur hour. Sticks has like freeware apps that she's downloaded that are good enough to defend this. So Now we're going to do a routine roll, so 8 plus. Oops, with her +2, we just need a 8 plus. So that's a 9. Perfect. I think this would send off alerts to her. She probably has a embedded earpiece, or Cyberdeck's just chatting at her, telling her they just thwarted a Amateurville attack, and probably because it was so bad, gave her time to figure out exactly where it came from, so she knows it's this awful bartender. Does she deal with him? I don't think this close to the op she wants to make a scene if she can avoid it. So I think she's going to return the favor, hack him back, and maybe steal the last thing he combed off of somebody. Right? So this will be her little cyber attack. I don't know if it'll be her her apps. Will she use her apps in this situation, or will she just do a generic one? Let's see. Let's take a look at these apps again. Nearby device to trigger to perform. That's the mundane option. Get maps. We're going to need that in a little while. Swap. So this is just pure net combat. How do we want to do this? I think what we will do, because the guy's an open book, we've determined it's trash. He's using a trash system for this, and she's defended against it and already zeroed in on him. I'm going to give her just a straight difficulty 12 with her bonus to hack this guy back and steal something from him. And if she gets a critical, we'll say steals a couple things. All right, so it's a +2 for her. 21. Exemplary. She is no joke. She knows her way around a cyber deck, and that's not a critical, but it is enough to comb information for him. Is it relevant to her task at hand, or is it just financial gain? Let's talk to the Oracle about that. It's so random, and this is such a big place and open zone. I think we'll go unlikely. So that's an 8 plus and D12. Okay, it's not relevant, so it's just going to be money or value of some kind. Let me just take a quick look at getting stuff, because there are charts for that. Where are my bad guys at? There we are. All right, let's just do that. We'll just say it's data worth die 6 times 10 credits. That sounds fair. 40 credits. Look at you. Look at you go, Sticks. So, in the equipment, add an item, data worth 40 creds. Sure. Boom. All right. So long term, when this op's over, they got some money coming, plus the money from the job. But it wasn't relevant, so they push on into this factory zone. So we get to the core, right? The main complex for this corp factory. Deep in there is the hideout of this death cult, right? But we had to get through that. So what are we doing right now? I feel like this first level of security is where the copy swappy time has come. So we're going to use our copy swappy app on the cyber deck, right? So for 1d10 rounds, all tech will mistake you for another person within 30 meters and vice versa. Now the way this works is if we blow our app roll, let me double check this really quick. It's going to be a knowledge difficulty 12 roll. If we fumble, it burns the app for the day and triggers a backlash. And each app use raises the fumble level by 1. So if I want to do this for me and Stone, we're talking 2 DR12 rolls. Fumble on the first roll is a 1. Fumble on the second roll is a 1 or a 2. This is what I want to do. This is what we're going to do. Okay, so she's got a DR12 roll for herself with a +2. Please work, please work, please work. Ah, it's a 9. Okay, it's not a fumble. So there's no consequences. So I'm going to do the one for Stone real quick. That worked. Stone is in. So security in here. She targets a security guard, right? And now the systems are looking at her, at Stone, as security guard clearance over there. And problem is that she needs to do this for herself. And these last for D10 rounds, right? So let's roll that 10. 7 rounds. Okay, so she's got plenty of time probably to try it again and hopefully get it done, and so they can get in deeper into this place. But I feel like we're going to have to check for an encounter after this because she's wasting extra time and she's just loitering and they don't look like factory workers. If I was smarter, I probably would have jumped some factory workers on the street, changed into their clothes. Didn't do that. So we're going to roll for her again and then hope we don't get a fumble. This would be a fumble level 3 now. Oh my gosh. Oop, wrong thing. Let's do this. All right. So she still got that +2. We just need a 12 or higher. Please. Yes. Okay, so we lost her round, but now we're wasting time, or we're loitering in the outer part of this corporate factory. So I feel like it's definitely a possible encounter, right? 6+ on a D12. Let's do that. That is an... What is that number? That's an 8, right? Yeah. That font is a little hard to read sometimes. Okay, it's an encounter. Yeah. We are loitering. The systems think we're fine. I'm copying, or STIKKS is copying, Janitor Larry. Stone is copying security guy Clarence. But eyes are on us. Humans are walking around. So let's try the theming to see what kind of encounter this represents. Oh, let's do our roll. We know that roll pretty well now. We're going to use chart number 2 and our 3d6 roll. The chart will be 355. So 2, 355. 2, chart 2. 3 is premium. AI overcome. Oh no! Why does this matter? This matters because if you remember, STIKKS in her cybernet travels has uncovered a truth. Oh no! Which is not on here, it's on the character sheet. Alright, let's go to the character sheet real quick. STIKKS character sheet. What is that truth, Sticks? Rogue AI are flocking aside more so than anywhere else in the world. I think Rogue AI have infiltrated the systems in this factory. Might have something to do with the death cult hiding deep within, or might not. Sticks, knowing this truth, probably have systems set up on her cyber deck to ward off, rogue AI that are poking around. Good job, Sticks. Except it's gotten the attention of the AI here. Probably her copy swappy app drew the attention of the AI that's sort of mixing around in the systems of this factory. So the question is, how do they act? Probably first they try to infiltrate her system, her cyber deck. So I think we'll go back to what we did before with that, but it's going to be a lot harder. This is not some weird moonshine selling hacker on the street. This is AI that's infiltrated this complex, has gone rogue, and is trying to assert itself or control things. So, will she detect it? I think we'll go with a 12 on that, right? With her +2 roll. She does. Okay, so, but it's a more difficult one, right? So I probably would have, if she had not detected it, I probably would have made it difficult, but her alarm bells are going off and she's responding. You imagine them, they're like walking through this probably dangerously blah industrial factory with the drone workers passing by, and she's like on her thing walking next to Stone, Stone watching around very suspiciously of all these folks, waiting to see if she needs to shotgun somebody, not really trusting Sticks' telling her copy swappy app has got them covered. But she's just like, oh, an alert went off. She's plugging in her deck, and she's rattling away. She's confirming commands on her visor with her eye movements, and we're going to say it is going to be a 12. I would have made it a 14 if she didn't know it was coming in. So DR 12 with her +2. Oh God, I hope this works. It does not. She got an 11. Damn close. Sure wish we had that glitch still. Okay. So what does it want to do? Does it just want to get her info? Does it perceive her as a threat? A threat to a rogue AI who has infiltrated this area probably would only be relevant in one of two ways. It thinks she's here for it, or it is affiliated with that death cult. Like they're in cahoots, or they released it on the system to create a little havoc, or something like that. So let's ask the Oracle if it's in cahoots with the death cult. That seems very reasonable to me. Is this likely? I mean, we're so close to where this is going down. Maybe? Because it could also just be centered on the fact that we know that these things are doing this right now. She knows the truth of the rogue AI focused on Psy right now, right? I think because it's both, I'm going to say possibly. Let's just roll D6. Not D6. What am I doing? Sorry. D12. It is. Okay, so it is associated with the cult. She did not defend, which means it has figured out the job that Ruddy Rudy got her from Mr. Cheems. Mr. Cheems has probably been asking a lot of questions and poking around. So this is immediately is alarm bells for this thing. So what does it do, right? It can't make a physical presence. I think, and it can't, she's compromised the security systems to think she's other people. So the AI would need boots on the ground. So I think the AI sends in security goons after them. Oh boy. Okay. So in a factory, security goons. Let's go to this factory. Okay. Get some tokens out here. Oops. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Boom. So we're going to be probably on this upper level. Because we were literally just trying to get through the outer shell of the factory into the meat of things, right? So here we are. We've paused to deal with this AI threat. And she has dispatched goons. The AI has dispatched goons. Let's get our security goons out here. This is the outer part, so I think these will be regular security goons and not the hardcore. So, show token. So these are rent-a-cops, right? These are the less effective security threat, corpo security threat. There are worse ones, but this is the outer part. I don't think the AI has full control of this factory, so we're not dealing with the sharpest bricks, the sharpest pencils in the box. Question is, do we engage them? I mean, we should assume that there are our little drone factory workers, our cheese ball, soulless rank and file of the factory, right? All over the place. Okay, well, that's good enough for right now. And a firefight here could bring in the more problematic security, maybe even bots. I think we're safe for the bots. We had 7 rounds. I'm going to go ahead and say we're down to 5 now. I think we might want to flee. I think we might want to just, they're like, over there, and then we run for it. Nothing's going to get in our way technologically because the copy swappy's still working. It's just these goons, these security guards. And I believe there is a chase option in here we could probably play with. I haven't used it, but it could be fun. What's that at? Building maker, useful item, oracle, guns. Should have hired skill. Chase. Alright, starting distance, probably medium, right? Use a d20 to track the distance between target and pursuer. Set difficulty, you are about as fast, so that'd be 12. Choose your stat. We are running, we are physically running, so that's going to be agility. Roll 2d20. Okay. So we're going to do a 2d20 attribute test. Let's do... so Stone... I think we're just going to do Nikki, because Stone she has a higher agility. So she could split, and she'd probably be better at it than Sticks, but Stone is here because of Sticks. Stone loves Sticks. Stone is obsessed with Sticks. So she's not going to bolt and leave Sticks in the ground. So we're just going to make the roll for Nikki as the person with the lower agility to see how well they do in running away from these guys. So in this system, it's a little different than the basic cyborg system. We're rolling 2d20. If we succeed on both, it's a strong hit. So let's try that. 1, 2, DR12. Trying to get 12 or higher on two different dice. What? That's not just a strong hit. That's 2 20s. That is, oh my god. Okay, I don't know if the chart even talks about that. Strong hit we get. Well, it's definitely a strong hit. Change the distance by 2d6. Increase it if you're ahead. Decrease it if you're behind. Okay. If we get to 20, which is 9, it's 9 right now. If we get to 20, we have escaped. It's 9 right now. We increase it by 2d6, but we critical. So I'm going to say 4d6. That's, there's not really a rule for this, but that's what I'm doing. 4d6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add this to 9. If we get a 20 or higher, we flee and get out. That's 15. That's 24. Oh my god. So we just push through all these factory workers, these normie, gray-skinned dorks, and we run, and we ditch, and we probably climb down these stairs and run behind some canisters, and we give them the slip. Yay! We didn't have to kill someone. But more importantly, they didn't have to call bigger, badder security to kill us. We're out. That's awesome. Double critical. I play a lot of 2d20 Modiphius stuff, and I don't think I've ever double critical ever. But that's awesome. Okay, so we run for it. Deeper into the factory, we flee them. Doors are not a problem. Cameras are not a problem for the next 5 rounds. Well, probably 4 rounds now, to be honest. So we'll say 4 rounds. Question is, how deep do we get in those 4 rounds? How close do we get to this inner sanctum that we need to use a security chip on to get in and find our target and make our extraction? So let's I think we'll ask the orb, right? I feel like we're leaning towards, so the question will be, is 4 rounds of scooting in this factory with the systems ignoring us enough to get to this door where we use our security card? This feels like unlikely, right? It's almost too easy. And 4 rounds is probably not a ton of time. Most D20 games, that's what, 24 to 40 seconds. Oh my god. Okay. Is it unlikely or very unlikely? I'm going to say very unlikely because we had to really spend time giving these guys a slip, right? And so that means maybe we took a couple wrong turns because we just needed to ditch these goons. So I'm going to say very unlikely. So 10 plus, and we are on the outside. Otherwise, we're going to have to move forward a little more. Okay. Die 12, 10 plus. Let's do it. Okay. That means somewhere else in this massive industrial complex, we need to have another encounter. Right? So let's do our rolls. 1d6 followed by 3d6. So chart 4. Two, 3, 1. Okay, chart 4, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is wet again. Psycho. Hey. Oh no. This has to be Mockle. It's gotta be Mockle. It says pay. I mean, it says Psycho. Wet. What is wet? I think wet is literally... Oh, what is it? Mako was using this factory as his hunting ground. We come upon the cybered out rage monkey cyber psycho Mako, who we grew up with in the Brattery. Probably standing over some dumb security guard that he's literally just ripped the spine out of his back with his crazy enhanced cyber musculature. Holy crap. Now it says pay. That makes me think it's not just Mako sees us and kills us. Maybe it's Mako recognizes sticks and stone in his deranged mind. There's a flicker of recognition. And he... Pay. He wants them, he's made his kill, so he's time to move on to another part of ports, right? He's satiated his psychoness for a moment, so if they can offer him something. Okay, yeah, alright, I know where this is going. So Sticks moves forward to Mako. Hey, Mako. You okay there, buddy? And remember, he's standing over the eviscerated body of the security guard. He's probably got the bloody spine in his chromed hand. Right? Mako, hey, long time. From the Brattery. Remember Sticks? Stone? Flicker of recognition in his one real eye. Gears start whirring, turns his chromed out neck towards them. Hey, buddy, we just need to get by. What do? We offer him the bag of Nano-infestation. It'll get his attention, right? It's all he knows anymore is all this black tech. So I think this is presence roll time for Nikki. I think it's hard because he's a psycho. So difficult. We're going to say 14. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. So let's do Nikki. Play Nikki. She has a presence of +2. Oh boy. 14 or better. Doesn't have a glitch to roll right now. That sucks. Here goes. We failed. Yeah, I think the price, he's probably way more interested in the tech Nikki has on board. Sticks has got that beautiful chromed out cyber deck and he wants it. Oh, this is bad. Okay, let's get a med venue for this. How about a repair bay? Yeah. So this is where we encountered Mako. Tactical. So he is going to be a Psi Raging Menace. Oh, he's huge. So he was over in this dark corner, right? When we ran into him. Oop, don't need 2 stones, although that would be really useful right now. Oh my god, this is bad. This is gonna make whatever death cult people we run into probably look silly. Okay. Holy shit. They're gonna need... Okay, so we're gonna do initiative. 4 to 6. Our good guys go first. They do. Okay. So I'm gonna look at her apps real quick and see if there's some brainstorming she can do here. Path Mapper, not really useful, although that could have been earlier. Oh, incidentally, the copy swapping is worn off. Nearby device and trigger to perform their function. Open, close, unlock doors. Trigger sprinklers. Start a camera recording. Adjust the AC. You can trigger 5 devices as you choose over the next 5 rounds. If we ran for it, this could be useful. I feel like we're kind of stuck though. What could we use that for? I think we're going to turn on the fire sprinklers, have the doors start opening, shutting maniacally, lights flickering all over the place to create a distracted state around Mokkel, right? So we're going to stay at a distance. STIKKS is doing her hacking. You can activate the sprinklers, the doors, the lights. That leaves her 2 more things to create a distraction. So I think effectively we'll make their defense rolls. This is the next 5 rounds. For the next 5 rounds, their defense rolls will become 10s. I think that's reasonable. Okay, so that's what she does. Stone is like, holy shit. Look at the size of Mokkel. Steps forward protectively of STIKKS. Lowers her shotgun and lets fire. Right. So this is a ranged attack. Single shot. It's a presence roll, DR 12. She doesn't have any presence, so it's just a straight 20. Whew. Okay, here goes. That's a miss. I think this is... She has 2 glitches. We're going to spin one right now. Oh, it is a tracker. Okay. Oh, I didn't even have to do that. Okay, let's do play. Sorry, still working my way around this stuff. We just need to lower her glitches by 1. Okay. 1 glitch left. This gives her a reroll. Oh, Stone. Please. Hit the bad man. Yes! Shotgun does a D8. So she lowers her shotgun. Boom! At the massive cyber psycho. This is about the best she could hope for. It's only 2 points of damage. Okay. Let's go into our cyber psycho. Mokkel. Why does it say 1 hit point? I did not set up his hit points properly, it looks like. Okay, we'll take a brief pause while I get his stats. Sucks. Cyber Raging Menace. He has 14 hit points. No morale. D4 armor. D6 blade. Okay, let's edit this guy. You edit 14 hit points. Wow. D4 armor. I did do that part right. Hit points, I just didn't do. No morale, so I don't have to change anything on that. 14. Okay. Let's view him really quick. Violence-worshipping cyber freaks, enhanced for combat and efficiency, and empathy repression. Here they are, over the edge. Every cyberpunk's nightmare mirror image. On any other day, this could have been them. So he has a cyber blade that does D6. He's raging, so he attacks twice per round. Defense tense against him are 14. Attacks are 10. So he's actually easier to... Oh, attacks are 10. He's easier to hit. That's good to know. You can sell him for a lot of money. So 14 D4 defense against him. We already made it a two lower. So we thought it was going to be a 10, but it's going to be a 12. So it's still good, but it's not as good as we were hoping. Okay, anyway, we did 2 points of damage to this guy. Right? So let's drop him down. 2. 12. Perfect. That was our actions. Now it's his actions. He has a cyber blade. He's not messing around. He just rushes up. Rah! Probably springing out of his wrist, right? There's this comically anime chromed out scything blade that he whisks down. Has to kind of cut down because he's already massive and stone is small. Cut down on stone. Defense supposed to be a 14. We've improved it for the next 5 rounds to a 12. Oh my god. It's an agility test, so she has a +2. Thank God. Okay, so we need a 12 here, Stone. Don't die. She made it. She defended. Thank goodness. All right, initiative, top of the round. We've got 4 rounds of this distraction left. The good guys go again. I'm not going to call them heroes because that's not what these are, but they're the good guys in relevant terms. They go again. She steps back from this blade-wielding maniac and fires her shotgun into him. Come on. It's a 10. Remember, he's easy to hit because he's massive and crazy. So a 10 with her strength of, or agility of +2. Right? No, presence. I'm sorry. It's presence for shooting. So it's a +0. It's a hit! Alright, so we do another D8 damage with the shotgun. Ba-boom! Which reminds me, I'll check ammo after this one. Please be a lot, please be a lot, please be a lot. It's an 8! It's one of those hard to read 8s! Alright. We just did 8. Now he has no morale, but we have dropped him to 4. Okay. Awesome. Well, I mean, following that blast, which maybe even staggered Crazy Mako a little bit, I think Sticks sees Stone like with this massive maniac looming over her, and she has to help. It's not her thing, but she's got to help. So she runs in and cuts at him with her machete, like wondering why she's doing this, because it's insane. It'd be a strength. She has no modifier on that. It's a 12 target because it's supposed to be a 14 and we made it a 12. Whew. Oh my god, she hit! She hit! This thing does a dice. Ooh, I forgot armor. This crazy bastard had a D8 armor. Okay, let me go a step up, back a minute. I need to roll his armor on that last shotgun blast. Okay, so he only took 3 last time, so I need to give him back 5. Oof. Okay, so he was actually at 9. Holy cripes. Okay, so now we're done with that. Now we'll roll Sticks damage, which is a D6, right? Because we didn't do that yet, right? No, okay, D6 for Sticks. Gotta be high because of this armor. It's a 2. We'll roll his armor. I got a feeling it's gonna be better. It is. So he took no damage from the machete. This just suddenly got way dire. I knew it was going to be bad. Then we made some hits. I thought it was going to be okay. And now I'm back to thinking, holy shit, we're in trouble. Okay, so blast him with a shotgun. Did some damage. Chopped him with a machete. Did nothing. He attacks Sticks, he's raging. 2 attacks. 2 attacks. Okay. Sticks needs agility roll. She has no agility bonus. The defense is modified 12. First one? No. Let's just do the second one. Yes. So 1 hit landed, 1 missed. So she dodged 1. The other one took her. It hit her. And it's a die 6 cyberblade. 2 damage. Almost the best we could hope for. She has a D2 in armor. She could just negate it right here. She doesn't. She takes 1 point of damage. Oh no. We're going to have to use some first aid after this. Okay, so she takes another point of damage. She was already hurt earlier, right? So there we go. 2 hit points. She's halfway to dead. It hacked her. New round, right? Yeah. So we got like 3 rounds left of the distraction from the tech. Oh, 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 4 to 6. We did it! The heroes have the freaking impulse. Okay. I need to use the shotgun. Right? Which means Sticks really needs to back away. I think we're going to make an agility roll for this. Just to get the hell away from this thing so that Stone can blast him. And hopefully that works. Okay, so she has no agility. So just a straight 12. Please. She made it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So she backs up. Holy shit, blast him, Stone! Jesus! Stone lowers that boom with the gun. No modifier. Should she use her last glitch right now? No, we're going to risk it for right now. Okay. 10 to hit. How could you not? Critical! Critical. Critical, critical, critical. Okay. The critical natural times 2 damage and armor is reduced 1 tier. Awesome. Okay, so it's a D8 damage. And, you know, sometimes people will roll 2 dice. Sometimes people just double the result. I think we'll just double the result and hope I roll good. I did not. What was I saying? Roll 2 dice? No. Alright, that's fine. So 2 damage. What a waste of a critical. But we reduced his armor 1 tier on this one, so he's only getting a die 6 armor, so it's possible he doesn't absorb this. He does, though. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. What a missed opportunity. And now he moves in with his cyber blade protruding from his arm in an attempt to literally just reach down and behead poor Stone. Whew. Okay. Agility. 10. She has the +2, so she'll probably be alright. I hope so. First attack, she defends, and she does. She probably just ducks that one, right? Because she's the size discrepancy is so ridiculous. Second attack. She dodged that one too. So she ducks, he swerves and cuts back diagonally, and she just kind of backflips around it. Amazingly agile for our little dense Stone. So this makes it initiative again. Two rounds of distraction left. Ooh, heroes do not go first. So he's going to attack Stone again. Twice. Because Mickey had disengaged. So, here we go. 10 or better. Please. Oh, she made it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Shit. It's a 12 or better. It's a 10 to hit him. It's a 12 because it's supposed to be a 14, but we're distracting him. Oh, that's a hit then. Okay, let's roll the second one really quick. So that time he was ready for her and he swipes at her leg and gets her. The second one, I hope so misses. Again, missed. Okay, he does a die 6 damage. Roll the first one. That is 3 points of damage. She has a D4 in armor. We'll roll that. It absorbs it. Thank God. Second die for damage. 4. D4. D4. 3. So she took 1. She took 1. That's almost best case scenario. Could have been way worse. She is the tougher of the two, and she hadn't been damaged yet. This is okay. Because his attacks are over now. You piece of crap. It's a shotgun, right? Perfect point blank. She just boom right in his face. I wish she had presence. Okay. This is a 10. We have missed. I wasn't going to use the glitches. I really wasn't. Because we haven't even got to the cult yet. But now, you know what? She's got armor. We'll fake it for one more round. Okay, so she missed. Nikki, what are you going to do, Nikki? You have to help. You don't want to be in there because you're almost dead, but you have to help. We'll come up behind him, kind of in the bias there, and hope that he will focus on Stone. Attack him with melee, right? So she has no modifiers. Needs a 10. Here goes. Got him. Okay. D6 damage. Oh my god. Roll 6. 1. Okay, so his armor just automatically absorbs that. Wow, that sucked. Okay, that's alright. Because it's initiative again. Let's do this. 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 4 to 6. Yes, the heroes go first. I'm going to start with Nikki because she's crappy compared to Stone in combat. We'll just do her machete attack, swiping down at his Achilles tendon, which is probably like 2 feet off the ground because he's so huge. Just need a 10. You got it. All right, damage. D6. More than 1. How about 2? His arm is a D8. Right? Probably nothing. It just bing, bounces off his metal hide, which leaves us with Stone. Stone, take us home. Oh, should I use the glitch? We're pushing it. We're pushing another round. This could be a very short mission and not work out because they get killed by a cyber psycho before they even get there. But we're going to push it. One more shotgun blast. She should probably switch to a melee weapon. It's just that D8 of the shotgun is so tempting. Alright, we're doing it. We need a 12, right? Yes. 12. No, that's defense because of the distraction. A 10. Totally reasonable. 50% chance. Boom! Not a critical, but it looked really good. This guy is just shotgun blasts all over. D8 damage. This really needs to be an 8. It is a 4. D8 armor. This needs to be a 1. Okay, if they survive this round, we're gonna have to use that last glitch. Because now, he attacks. 2 rounds of the distraction left. He attacks Stone. Yeah, he's got to attack Stone. I mean, she's right in front of him. They've been fighting. She's blasting him with a shotgun. I don't think he's going to stop and turn around and attack Nikki. So we'll do Stone's defense. 12, right? 12 with her plus 2. Oh my god. 13. She defended the first one. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be okay. Second one. It's a hit. D6 damage. 4 damage. D4 armor for Stone. 4! 0. Okay. I'm going to push it another round because no one died and no one got seriously injured. So another round. Last round of the distraction. Oh, well, no. Lost track of initiative. Where's that last D6 roll? Yeah, this is initiative, right? Yeah, I think it's initiative. So this is our last round of the distraction. Okay, so D6, 4 to 6 for the heroes. He goes first. Shit. Okay. Here goes. Mockle, our friend from the Brattery, who knows nothing now but blood and rage, slashes down at poor Stone. Whee! Okay, Stone. It is a 12 on your agility. She dodged. So good being short. There's another one coming though, so she's got to do it again because this maniac attacks twice. Oh my god, she did it again! Okay, we get to see the other side of this round, thankfully. We'll start with Sticks because she sucks in melee, in combat in general. Okay, Sticks, here you go. You have no modifier. You need a 10. She hit him. Okay, it's a D6 damage, Sticks. Just better be. She's been banging on him for so long. Hopefully, she's found a fleshy bit she can attack. A 6. Yes. He has D8 armor. He rolled an 8. He rolled an 8. But I think we're destined to die at the hands of our old friend Mockle. Alright, don't give up. Stone, our stalwart companion, once again. You know what? I'm gonna look at her stats. Look at her. Shotgun, grenade. Yeah, she'd have to go hand to hand, which is ridiculous. Not gonna do that. So she uses the shotgun. Oh boy. Okay. You have a +2. There's no reason you can't shoot this guy. Except that reason. It's glitch time. It's gotta be glitch time. 0 out the glitch. And, yeah. Re-roll. We're just gonna re-roll. It's our only solution here. Got him. Freaking got him. Okay. It's a D8 damage. This is going to be pivotal. 5 damage. His armor is a D8. Oh, please roll bad. 4. He took 1. 1 damage. Oh, this armor is going to be the end of me. Holy moly. Initiative. They no longer have the distraction, which means it's D14 to defend, or difficulty of 14 to defend. Oh boy, we really need to win this initiative. We did not. Alright, Stone, you're out of glitches. All you have is your nimbleness, your small stature, and your leather jacket between you and this massive maniac. First roll, like defending against the cyber psycho. She does have the agility. She is the right one to be facing this psycho. Whew. She criticaled. Critical on defense is a free attack. So, we're going to do that before he gets in his second attack. If she dodges, probably falls to the ground, boosh, straight up at his head. Oh, this could be the hugest difference maker in the world. No pressure, Stone. No pressure. But you need to hit this bastard. She critical! Okay. This could end it. Like, between his attacks, she's fallen to the ground in a dodge, raised her shotgun, blasted him was his exposed throat, probably the least cybered part of his body, his little throat area is exposed. She fires up at it. D8 doubled. If I ever needed to roll an 8, now is the time. It's a 4. Okay, that's doubled to 8, and his armor drops a step. So he's only rolling D6 armor. 8 damage, D6 armor. He has 8 hit points. So this will not kill him, but it will jack him up if he rolls low. D6. Oh my god, why does this game hate me? Okay, so that means 2 points get through. 2. Okay. He has 6 hit points left. Now he does a second attack. He took the shotgun blast to the throat, but undeterred is trying to shish kebab poor Stone. Stone is a good dodger. Now is the moment. She got a 20. Not a natural 20, but she defended. Okay. Oh my gosh. So our heroes, just make sure I'm doing this right. Yes, it is our hero's turn. Do we just go all in? Because he's at 6 hit points and we think we might get him? Or do I try shenanigans? I think Sticks, because she's almost not going to do anything, is going to try to reuse her app to create more distractions. Start another 5-round clock. So that is a knowledge roll. Difficulty 12. Fumble now will be a 2 because she's already used the app. I hope this works. It did not. She's too panicked. Like, she didn't fumble, but she's too panicked. Like, she can't keyboard warrior in the face of this monstrosity. That sucks. That's like a completely wasted turn. I probably should have just used a machete. Anyway, Stone attacks with her shotgun. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We got this. We will survive this somehow. or we will miss bringing up initiative. Wow, such an important initiative. 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 4 to 6. We got it. Now, does she want to use... No, she's the hell with it. She slings the deck back, STIKKS does. Redraws the machete, or picks it off the ground because she probably just dropped it at her feet to use her deck. And just charges the thing because she thinks it's going to kill Stone, her closest friend in the world. Almost no chance, but she's doing it anyway. God help us. It's 50-50. We got it. Okay. D6 damage. 3 damage. Slight chance some of that'll get through. He has a D8 armor. D8 armor is ridiculous. Exactly. So he again, it just scrapes down the side of his chrome back and does nothing, leaving it to Stone. Oh God, Stone. Good luck. If we get to do advancements for these characters at some point, she's getting some presents so she can actually shoot things. 50-50. It's a hit. D8 damage. It's literally, this is just like this struggle between his D8 armor and her D8 shotgun. It's a 3. That's terrible. But maybe he'll roll terrible on his armor. He did not. This is terrible. Oh my gosh. That armor is just... like, there's not much to this guy. He's got the 2 attacks. He's got a lot of hit points. But it's the armor. It's the armor that's stymieing us. And now it's his turn to unleash that on poor Stone again. So Stick is like just trying to do Ginsu knives, you know, teppanyaki chef on his back. It's useless because she's just a dork with a cyber deck. And he's covered in metal. Stone is just hopping around and flipping and backflipping and whirling under his legs like a maniac just to stay alive. And now he's going to attack her. Ugh. Okay. So it's 14. She has a +2. She took a hit. Let's go ahead and just resolve the second one first so I know what's going on. She survived the second. She dodged the second one. So she took 1 D6 hit. Which does 2. She has a D4 armor. 1. He weaseled through her armor for 1. Okay. So now she's at 2. STIKKS is at 2. This maniac, Mockle from the Brattery, from the day, is at 6. Oh my god. And it's initiative. We really need this roll. I've been saying that a lot. He's first. Okay. Okay, you gotta survive this round still. Got to survive this round. Dodging against a 14. Failed the first one. Let's just go ahead and resolve the second. Crit on the second one. So we'll do the damage from the first hit, and then we'll deal with the free attack Stone just got. Okay. This is good, because she'll get a free attack, and then it'll be their turn. Okay. So, he does a D6 damage with a Cyber Blade. 5. Oh god! Armor is a D4. Three. So she took exactly. She's at 0. There is a chart for this. Okay, Stone is at 0. I feel bad for my duo. So I'm going to let her get in her free attack from her critical, because I think critical should mean something before she goes down. Whew. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so 10. 50-50. Blast him with the shotgun. Hit him. Imagine if they both drop at the same time. That's hilarious. D8 damage. What's that? 2? Oh my god, this game hates me. D8 armor, he has to roll a 1 or nothing. Nothing. Okay, now, here's the thing. Stone's at 0. We're going to roll on a chart. Because she's at exactly 0. We want... Well, we want low. It's a D8 chart. We want low. Oh my gosh. A 3. Presence, DR10. Unconscious on success. Psi Rage on failure. Okay, that's insanity. I kind of want failure, right? Whew. All right. Presence test. She has no presence. So it's just a straight D20. 10 to win, I guess. Let's see what we get. We got a 10. So she doesn't Psi Rage. She just knocked out. So this thing just like, it probably like missed her with a blade because she's been so good at dodging, but followed through with a ridiculous fist and just leveled her, knocked her down. Oh, Stone, this is bad. Bad, bad, bad. I don't know what Sticks is gonna do, like against this massive nutball. I think she's gonna run. Like, she knows he's a psycho who kills. Stone looks dead. I think Sticks is gonna run, hide, and come back for Stone after Mockle has moved on, because his hunting here was done. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so we're going to use the chase rules, right? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Should have hired some guns. Didn't have any money though. It's going to be short, so 3. We are running. Agility test does her no good. We need to get to 20. If he closes 0, he gets to attack us. Okay, so it's a 2d20 roll. We really want 2 successes. We got 1 success, which is described as a weak hit, change the distance by a d6. So we did get some ground. All right. So we did get some ground. How much ground? 2. So we're up to 5. We got to get to 20. Whoa, crap. So it's another 2d20 roll. Looking for double 12s. Double 12s, we rolled a 14 and a 16. So that is a 2d6 increase in distance. For a crappy 5. So that's 10. We are halfway there. Let's do it again. We just need to not fail twice or fumble, and I think we'll be okay. Mako, let us go. Think of our past. Find some humanity in you. There it goes. They both failed. Is this going to be the shortest freaking adventure and solo history. I don't know. Double fail. You're losing, decrease the distance. So I think it decreases by 2d6. They didn't put it in the chart, but I think that's what makes sense. Oh, don't roll high. 9. He got us back to 1. Holy crap. Okay. No d12s. 2d20. We need doubles. We need a critical. We got 1. Okay, so we got the distance back up. So we hit around a corner, thought we were gonna ditch him. He cybered us out, figured out where we were. Probably saw the glow off of her keys shining around the corner. But we ran for it before he got around the corner. So we extended the distance. We're back to 6. Oh my god. If he catches her, she's dead. Again. That is 2 successes. Oh, that is exactly what we need. A 2d6 increase. In distance. 7. We're up to 13. We're more than half on the distance now. I didn't think this was going to be a 2-parter, but I think it's just become a 2-parter. This is crazy. Fucking Mockle. Oh my gosh. Okay, 2d20. We need 2 successes really bad. 1 success. So we increase the distance by 6. So we're outrunning him. This is probably 5 is good. 18. We climbed stairs and we slid down poles into, that industrial steam blasting corridor, and we dived down the chute, and it's only his maniac mechanical speed that's keeping him on us. Oh my god, this is the roll right here. Oh, a critical would be so nice. 1 success. That's a d6. We're at 18. If we get a 2 or more, we ditch Mockle and live to fight another day. It's a 4. We ditched him. We lost him in that network. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay, Mockle is gone. He's going to move on to another part of the port and start his hunting all over again. We slowly make our way back to the factory floor, the repair bay floor, where our poor unconscious friend Stone is. Sticks is like, we're in deep. We need to rest. So they do have pretty simple like rest recovery. Of course, I can't find it right now. Short break. They're called breaks. There it is. So we can do a short break and heal a D4. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I think if we did a long break where actually we slept, we'd need to get out of here or risk encounters that could interrupt that rest. So we just hide. We hide in the shadows of this repair bay and we rest. It's a D4. So we'll do for Stone first. Poor Stone. 2. Okay, so she heals up to 2. I think this is going to be a 2-parter, and I will decide next time if we use the meds too, or we want to push it. Okay, let's do a D4 for Sticks. 1. Oof. Well, she has more than poor Stone. I do need to do an ammo roll for Stone's shotgun after the fight. So I roll a die 8, and if I get a 1 to 3, she's emptied her ammo. Okay, D8, you've been rolling like crap. How about a big number? Whew, not out of ammo. Okay, so here we are, deep Deep in this factory. We haven't even got to where we need to go, but we're close. We're really close. But we're also sliced to bits. Mako, the rage psycho, just almost killed us. Like, it took everything. It took all our glitches. We would have to sleep till tomorrow to get our glitches back. I think we're going to end up using our meds, but I'm going to decide that next time. This Thanks to Mako has become a two-parter. So thank you for watching. We'll see what happens with the death cult on the other end of this. Damn you, Mako. There'll come a day where we settle accounts. But until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.